What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D-Riv. Hey, today we're gonna be reacting to another special video. Today we're gonna be reacting to wrestlers getting angry backstage. First time coming across channel, make sure to thumbs up, make sure y'all subscribe because we're almost at 5K. And I appreciate all y'all, man. I really do. I'm gonna be very busy here in the near future, so please continue to subscribe and don't give up on me. Just know, I guess this is the reason. I'm already in the army, if you didn't know, but this is the reason I'm gonna be busy. So I won't be uploading as much, but I'm still be trying to upload. I'm gonna try to, pre-record a lot of things and schedule them. I will be back in a few months, so my content might not be as, frequent, as you're normally seeing it. But I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. All right, bear with me. Look, when I get back though, we can be on a crazy grind, like crazy grind, like crazy grind. We went from, so for example, this is the 6th month, right? So I would do 6 videos a week for the whole month. And then next month is July, which is the 7th month. And then I would do 7 videos a week. That's how I used to do it. I have a lot of videos. I used to do stuff like that, but I haven't been doing that because I've been a lot more busier. So I can't really do stuff like that. I can't keep up with that schedule like I used to. But look, without further ado, man, let's get into this video. Let's see what's been happening backstage. Oh, also, I'm gonna say this now because it happened in like 3 of my videos. The audio got messed up in some of my videos, and I apologize. I hope I fixed it. I think I fixed it. I'm not sure. My last video that I recorded before this was probably about 20 minutes ago. And I just uploaded that video. About 20 minutes ago, I tested it, I recorded, I listened to it, I skipped through it, and I didn't see anything. So hopefully this video doesn't have any issues. If it does, it's probably just this channel because I reacted to a different channel before this. So let's see if it does mess up. The audio does mess up. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. Just I really don't know what I'm gonna have to do if it continues to mess up. But I'll figure it out. If it's still messed up, I'm sorry.
Fans often see wrestlers get angry in the ring, but rarely do you get to see the drama that goes on backstage.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the to say. I didn't say nothing to the goddamn kid.
I understand that.
Well, no, you don't, because I'm making a videotape to some kid.
In this video, you'll see some rare backstage arguments caught on camera, a few of which even led to real fights.
Hey, you piece of
Oh my! Oh, was that Jericho? Bro, was that Jericho?
piece of
Who was that? Was that Vince? Who was that?
March 30th,
Oh, that was.
2003.
I think that was Vince. Nah. I don't care who you are. You coming at me, slap me in my face like that, bro? Nah, bro. You going through that? Your head is going through that wall, bro.
Hey, you piece of
I think that was Vince. Sounded like Vince. With those boots, it looked like Vince.
March 30th, 2003 was the day Brock Lesnar nearly died. In his first WrestleMania match, the Beast took on the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. The two phenomenal athletes had one of the most physical WrestleMania matches of all time, but it nearly ended in tragedy. Earlier in the day, people backstage told Brock Lesnar that he should perform a shooting star press. Brock had performed this move earlier in his career, but stopped due to how dangerous it was. Lesnar did not want to do the shooting star press, but got talked into it. After wrestling with Kurt Angle for 20 minutes, Lesnar got onto the top rope to perform the high-risk move. It did not pay off and nearly cost Brock his life as he landed on his head and neck. Somehow, Lesnar was able to get back up and finish the match, but Lesnar's condition was getting worse and eventually he snapped.
I was getting warm, I was getting sick, and all these people surrounded me, and I was just going nuts. You know, people were grabbing me and wanted me down the stretcher, wanted me in the ambulance, and I wasn't having any of that.
WWE wrestlers are constantly getting asked to do interviews. Not only that, but in some cases, the interviewer is trying to manipulate the wrestler into saying something they don't want to. Former WWE star Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, saw exactly what this camera crew was trying to do and called them out.
You asked me the same question like 15 times, and and I'm not gonna manufacture some answer for you. Like, go find somebody else and give them a script. Stop trying to like lead me into saying the things you want me to say.
This is not the only time Ambrose got legitimately upset backstage. In late 2017, Dean Ambrose suffered a triceps injury and was out of action for 9 months. Finally, in August 2018, Ambrose was getting ready to make his return. A WWE camera crew was filming the Lunatic Fringe when he got a phone call informing him plans had changed.
No way. You're kidding me. I am feeling good. I happen to be feeling fantastic. Thank you for asking. No, yeah, I'm gonna be there. Because I'm not there, except for, the last 8 months, like where I nearly died. But thanks for calling. No, now you call. I gotta get on a plane and go all the way back to the East Coast. About this much notice. I've been back in the game for like 30 seconds and I'm already getting pissed off.
It was uncommon to have cameras backstage at WWE shows in the 1980s. This was because wrestlers really broke character back then to keep fans believing it was all real. However, backstage was a safe place for wrestlers to be themselves. At one event though, someone was able to get backstage with a camera and secretly filmed Andre the Giant and some other wrestlers. Once they saw the intruder, Andre made it clear he was not welcomed.
Hey, the on there.
So far, these incidents haven't led to anyone getting into a fight, but this next one did. CM Punk's arrival in All Elite Wrestling in 2021 was a huge moment.
How did I know AEW was gonna be on here?
For the company. However, Punk's tenure in AEW was filled with controversy. This was first brought to light in 2022 when CM Punk went on a tirade during a media scrum after AEW's All Out pay-per-view.
And the fact that I have to sit up here because we have irresponsible people who call themselves EVPs and couldn't manage a target, and they spread lies and bullshit.
These verbal attacks would soon become physical. After CM Punk left the media scrum, he was confronted by those EVPs he had just insulted. The confrontation soon turned physical, with CM Punk getting into a real fight with Kenny Omega and Matt and Nick Jackson. The incident was so bad that CM Punk ended up signing a lifetime NDA, preventing him from ever talking about what happened at All Out. While no footage of that backstage fight exists,
I'm curious, what if he didn't sign that? Then what? I'm just curious.
the fight that happened after that does. Yes, CM Punk got into 2 backstage fights within 2 years in AEW. After the incident at All Out, Punk was sent home. 9 months later, the best in the world would return, but it wouldn't last long. During his second run in AEW, Punk said he was asked to help with a dispute backstage. Fellow wrestler Jack Perry was adamant about doing a stunt where he'd go through a real car windshield. Multiple backstage personnel had told Perry no, but he still wanted to perform the stunt. That's when CM Punk was asked to step in and use his authority as a veteran wrestler to tell Jack Perry no. According to CM Punk, Perry was calm and understanding when Punk explained why he would not be slammed through a real car windshield. That seemed to be the end of it. However, not long after, the argument was opened again, and this time, it ended much worse. During AEW's All In pay-per-view, Jack Perry was competing in a match when he said this to the camera.
Page of Rob Van Dam.
Come here.
Jack
You know
Perry
what this is right
launching
here?
and then crushing.
Real glass.
Crushing the
Go
abdomen.
cry me a river.
Obviously, this was a direct shot taken at CM Punk. This
seen that
upset
clip
Punk,
before.
and he confronted Jack Perry after the match. The footage doesn't have any audio, but after a brief conversation, CM Punk shoved Jack Perry and put him in a headlock. People nearby were quick to break up the altercation, but nonetheless, the incident got a lot of attention. The backstage fight ultimately led to CM Punk leaving AEW and eventually rejoining WWE. Speaking of WWE,
Which is better, because AEW kind of died a little bit. If y'all think not, if y'all disagree with me, then I'm sorry, but AEW is kind of on a decline.
a similar incident happened decades before CM Punk's backstage fight and actually resulted in someone getting hurt. In 1997, the WWE champion Bret Hart was leaving WWE to work for their competitor WCW. His last match for the company was at the Survivor Series pay-per-view in Montreal, Quebec. Hart's contract gave him reasonable creative control, and he decided not to lose the championship. The owner of WWE, Vince McMahon, wanted Hart to lose the title, but legally couldn't say no, so he did something different. During Bret Hart's final WWE match, McMahon had the bell run and awarded the victory to Bret's opponent, Shawn Michaels. This was all planned behind Bret's back, and the Hitman was just as shocked as the fans. Since this happened on live TV, most people have seen this infamous moment, but few have seen what happened backstage.
Sean, you weren't in on that?
Fucking idea. I get no place. God is my fucking witness. My hands are clean this one, I swear to God. He's yelling at me out there. I gave him a belt when I came back here. I will not have any part of it.
Wait, you guys should.
He's got it. Okay, let's get out. Hey, those are those.
After the cameras left, Bret Hart would have a private meeting with Vince McMahon. Bret then shared what happened immediately after.
So he knocked him out.
Somehow Vince ran into my hand, but I drilled him as hard as I could. Knocked him right out.
You knocked out Vince McMahon with a punch?
I told him to get out.
Don't look at the camera, Trent. Look from...
This isn't the first time a wrestler has been mad at Vince McMahon. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns' Universal Championship match at WrestleMania 34 is considered to be one of the worst main events in WWE history. The crowd was not into it, with fans chanting "This is awful" during the bout.
Oh my God! And now Lesnar delivering the...
It didn't help either that the match went through some last-minute changes. In the end, Brock Lesnar beat Roman and retained the Universal title. Despite the victory, the Beast was mad, presumably because of how horrible his match was. After the match was over, Brock went backstage and did this.
Right there. Look at the rage on the face, in the eyes of rage. Yes!
If this were anybody else, they probably would have been fired for showing this level of disrespect to Vince McMahon. But this...
I mean, what would you do though? Like, you can't fire Brock Lesnar. He's the reason most of the people even came. For one, he's your champion. For two, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna announce on TV that you fired Brock Lesnar and you're looking for a new champion? Is that what you're gonna do? Because your viewership's gonna drop because your viewership is up whenever Brock's there. Everybody knows that.
This is Brock Lesnar. In fact, it was reported that McMahon and Lesnar later talked things over and made amends. After wrestling for 30 years, Terry Funk was hanging up his boots and retiring. The hardcore icon was going to have one last match before calling it quits and hoped that his friend and fellow wrestler, Dennis Stamp, would be there. However, Stamp wasn't booked and refused to attend. Terry Funk then went to his friend and asked him to come to his retirement match, leading to an argument.
How's everything going?
I'm not going to be here, but...
Why aren't you?
Because I'm not booked.
You're not going to be here. Why aren't you going to be here? Please be here.
I'm not going to be here, Terry, because I'm not booked. That's an old rule. That's an old rule I've had for a long time. Because I'm not involved.
I want you to come, please.
Well,
I'm asking you to please come, all right?
I already have other arrangements, and don't take it personally, because I used to be in the dressing room and I used to see the old guys. And that's where I am now. I used to see the old guys that came in the dressing room that come around, and they looked like old dogs, just hoping somebody would recognize them. Here, Spot.
Why don't you come and see us?
I really have to be involved, and I'm not.
I want you to be there.
You know, and I did ask you in April if I could referee some matches on the card, which would have been
tonight, then.
which would have been. But I'm not on the card. I'm not booked.
You want to referee me and Brett? Referee me and Brett.
I already have other arrangements made, Terry.
I want you to referee me and Brett. I'm just telling
I guess, okay, so what happened? I guess you just
900 miles an hour.
I guess it was just so far down. I guess you just didn't hear me or something when I asked you before.
I don't.
Or didn't
Dennis,
think about it.
I didn't even know about it. But I want you to. I want you to.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I want you to. Will you please do it?
What kind of friend are you, bruh? He wants you to be there, bruh. Even if you ain't backstage, I would say I'll sit in the crowd. Because I don't want to be around the rest of the guys. I don't want to be that old head, you know, around everybody. So I'll go sit in the crowd this time. I'll go sit out in the crowd. In the what is it? I'll sit in the box. The press box, whatever. I'll go sit up there. I'll go sit somewhere else, all right? I'm not going to go backstage because I don't want to be around all those other people. I have other things arranged, but for you, I'll stay.
Appreciate that.
It's my last match. It's my last match.
It's his last match, bruh.
I would love it.
Okay.
I'd love to have you there as part of it.
I appreciate that, Terry.
You should be there.
I appreciate that.
Dennis Stamp did end up attending the show and was right by his friend's side. In fact, Stamp was the referee for Terry Funk's match that night against Bret Hart. Santino Marella was one of the funniest WWE wrestlers of all time, but just like everyone, he can get ticked off too. In 2005, Santino was training at WWE's development system, OVW. During a show, Santino was playing a fan in the crowd. He was supposed to act afraid of the boogeyman, but instead, he laughed. The man in charge, Jim Cornette, became enraged and slapped Marella afterward. Cornette ended up getting fired, and Santino continued his WWE career. Over a decade later, while at a convention, Marella and Cornette bumped into each other, and it went as well as you would expect.
I seen this clip.
Away from me. I'm trying to walk away from you. Hey, look at this guy. He's trying to start a fight with me, and I'm trying to walk away from him. And I don't have nothing else to say to you, so you get out of my way. And you're the first one to say to me. Stay there, smile. I slapped you 17 pounds before, mother. You want it again? Well, yeah. You want it again?
Now, we saw how CM Punk manhandled Jack Perry, but how well would he have done?
He said you want it again.
This is what happened.
He said you want it again. Nah, see, he would have got slapped again. He would have got slapped, bro. He would have got slapped this time, but he old, and I feel like people that do stuff like that, you just don't play into it because he gonna try to take you to court or something. I'm straight, but anyway, I accidentally clicked another video, and I definitely did not mean to. But anyway, without further ado, man, if y'all got anything y'all want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. Like I said, hopefully the audio for this one was not messed up. But I was expecting more heated moments in that last video, I'm gonna be honest. I was really expecting a little bit more. I seen probably one of those clips, two of those clips. It's okay. It's okay. It's part of it. You know, we've been watching a lot of wrestling videos, and a lot of these videos we already seen before. But it's okay. It's part of it. But hey, if y'all got anything else, like I said, I don't only react to wrestling. I react to everything. As long as it's appropriate, I got you. Just let me know. But hey, without further ado, man, like this video, subscribe if you're new. It's your boy D-Real, man. I'm out.